you see from those guys?
Yeah, I mean, they're playing great. It's Vic Fangio and the Ed Donatel, and those guys do a great job, and it's reflected in how they're playing.
Coach, for you, brings a little good memories when I say Super Bowl 47. What are your thoughts about Haloti and Ngata getting his recognition in the Ring of Honor?
Right, very excited about Haloti. That was foregone conclusion probably at some point in time. So he's a Raven for life. It was an honor to coach him, and we're looking forward to that.
Coach, Monday we talked a little bit about the thin air out in Denver. You've dealt with it a lot. I don't know how many of your guys have experienced it. How much do you think it is a factor? Do you think it could make a guy like Lamar maybe run a little faster? We talked about Justin's length and all that.
I don't know. It's the honest answer.
What about getting your team ready for the thin air?
We'll be ready.
Is there anything you have to do?
No.
John, you have a time frame for Derek Wolfe's return, and are you concerned about your rotation because you're a little thin? Brandon Williams was out, Matabuki was out, and you're worried about that moving ahead?
Don't have a time frame on Derek Wolfe with a back. That's up in the air. And we'll get those guys back this week, so we should be back to normal.
How cautious will you be with Bateman and Boykman, and will you know towards the end of the week if there'll be a go on Sunday?
It'd just be based on if they're ready to go, how ready they are to play.
John, the stats say that Lamar is throwing downfield more than any other quarterback in the league this year, at a higher rate than any other quarterback in the league this year. Is it game plan? Is it him having more confidence in those throws? Is it all the above? I mean,
No, I think it's the defenses that you see. You see some defenses allow you to, don't allow you to push it downfield and force you to put it underneath, and other defenses give you some opportunities that if you execute, route running and protection and all those things, you get a chance to throw it downfield.
Hey, Coach, Patrick McCarry's development has proved that he can take the lead on right tackle. I'm thinking maybe he get even better when Boyle comes back 100%.
Well, when Boyle comes back, that's going to be, great for us. I'll say that the tight ends are playing really well. All those guys have really done a good job. And so that gives you a little bit of a comfort, the fact that those guys have played so well. Then we'll be adding Nick when he's ready. And, of course, Pat has done a good job at right tackle. I agree with that. So happy with all that.
Coach, you're familiar with Tim Patrick. What have you seen on tape so far?
He's playing well. He's really made a name for himself, big physical receiver. 50-50 ball guy, goes and gets a lot of contested catches. They use him as a blocker as well. Everything that we thought we had, we would have loved to have kept. He's blossomed.
You guys have a chance to tie the NFL record this week for most 100-yard rushing games in a row. I'm wondering what you remember about those Pittsburgh teams growing up in the 1970s that set that record previously.
I remember I was a Browns fan, and we never beat them. I remember that. Probably had to do with rushing for all those yards. I was a kid, so I remember Franco Harris. Chuck Noll. I really do admire Chuck Noll. Really have a lot of respect for, read a lot of the things he said, So, sure, that's something that counts for something, and it's kind of not really in the forefront of our thinking right now at all, but it's something for sure.
John, there's been a lot of talk about Denver's defense. Offensively, what do you see for them with Teddy Bridgewater and some of the things that they're doing that you'll have to, defend against?
Well, they're completing passes. That's the main thing, is he's completing passes at a very high rate. He stands in there, he sees the field really well. He hangs in and makes throws. He gets out of there when he has to. The offensive line's doing a nice job. He's got some talented receivers, tight end, 2 tight ends, one really good receiving tight end. You almost treat him like a receiver, Fant. He's doing a great job, but they got 3 good tight ends. So they got backs that can catch the ball, the backfield really well, and all kind of different routes, swing routes, burst routes, stop routes. They just pretty complete in West Coast type offense, and he's running it really well.
John, on Monday you said with Ronnie Stanley he was meeting with doctors. Any updates on that?
No updates on that.
You make of Von Miller's sustained durability and the fact that he seemingly, at least early on here, seems to have bounced back from last year's injury.
Yeah, I don't really look too much into it. I don't know Von. I mean, I got just other than as a coaching against him, you have great respect for him. I respect what he's done, and for us, it's just what you see on tape. That's what I'm looking at, and how are we going to deal with him, which is going to be really, that's main job right now. When you look at the defense, you got to deal with a lot of things, but it starts with him. He's the centerpiece. He's the game wrecker. Has been for a long time. Beyond that, that's really all I'm thinking about.
John, getting most of your defensive guys back, but what did Sunday's game tell you about your overall defensive depth?
I said it's pretty good. Yeah, feel good about it. I mean, it's not just Sunday's game. I think it's what's transpired going up into this situation.
Okay.
All right, great. Thanks.
Okay.